Hey everybody, what is up? Seraph here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about some new clothes that I've got, one of my new favorite brands that I actually haven't really heard anyone talking about at all yet. It's shown up in like a few stores, but I feel like it's really still flying under the radar, and I think it's going to be one of the biggest brands out there because it is really some amazing stuff. I know I haven't made any videos in a while. I really wasn't planning to again, and then I noticed that a lot of my older videos are still getting pretty consistent views, and that kind of inspired me to get back into it. And I just love talking about fashion, all these types of things. And so the brand, it's called One of These Days Co. It's all Western themed. It's pretty interesting. Like, I didn't know about it too until I found the artist who was actually behind the clothing line. And the thing that I thought was so interesting is I think it's just a way for him to get his art in the hands of more people. And artists have made, clothing before, but usually it feels like an afterthought. It's like, well, I'll just take one of my prints, put it on a piece of clothing, and, call it good. But it's not really about like the clothing itself. It's just, here's another thing to like print my artwork on. And to me, that just like, I've bought stuff like that before, and it always just, I end up hating it. It just like is, cheap, and it is overpriced usually, and it wears out quick, and it doesn't fit well, and there wasn't really like thought behind it. And it's really just made me fall in love with the artist more, like seeing everything that this brand puts out. I bought, I think now, like 3 or 4 different t-shirts. I have a hoodie. I have this shirt, which I'm wearing now, which has become one of my favorite shirts ever. I think it's just so unique, like from everything about it, the fit, the type of material that it is, just like the way it buttons, like everything about it. You can just tell that there was so much thought. I'll put in different shots too of all the different stuff intermingled throughout this, so you'll see kind of what I'm talking about. The first thing I bought was a t-shirt, actually, because I got one on sale. And what I loved about it was the tag itself. It felt like an authenticity certificate for a high-end artwork. And the t-shirt ones I don't think are numbered, but the one that I have in this shirt is actually numbered. It is a limited edition run, as if you brought a limited edition print from his website. And so to me, that made it feel really special, and like this is something that someone really cared about. And I think the emotion behind it and all of those thoughts and things really come through in the finished product. I think it's one of the highest quality brands out there. If you guys have seen my other videos, that's always something that I talk about with clothing. I don't care about the name, I care about the quality and the look and, the actual product itself. You will never in life see me, unless I buy like a joke off-brand one, in just a designer t-shirt that's only, the name across the front. I ain't about that. Those are overpriced and they're a waste of money. Please do not go out and buy a $500 Gucci t-shirt. Literally no one is impressed. It is a waste of money, and every person at Gucci is just laughing at you when you do that. If you want to buy something from Gucci, go buy a leather piece, go buy some shoes, go buy an actual jacket, buy a silk shirt, something like that. But all those just like cheap graphic tees. But even with the blanks that they use, I'm assuming that this brand is buying blanks. Most brands, until you produce at a really large scale, it's really hard to actually be producing your own t-shirts. A lot of people don't know that. So I'm not sure what blanks they're using, but I've never seen them before. They're super high quality. The construction, everything about them is really amazing. Some of the best blanks I've ever seen. I wish I knew what they were, because whenever I make my own clothes, I would use those same ones actually. Comfort-wise, they're pretty comfortable. It is a little bit of a stiffer cotton. I have super sensitive skin, so for me, like, the actual feel is something super important. There are a lot of t-shirts that I just can't be comfortable wearing. I'm super particular, especially when it comes to that. For me, it's, not comfort-wise 100% where I would want it. I'd give it comfort on t-shirts probably like a 7 out of 10, which for me is kind of like the bare minimum. For, I think, anyone else out there watching this video, unless you are exactly like me, you're gonna be like, this is perfectly comfortable, awesome, anything like that. So that's just my personal preference. Don't think that it's like an uncomfortable t-shirt. Absolutely is not. It's just, I prefer those like really, really soft materials, cotton or bamboo, things like that. This shirt, it is a synthetic cellulosic, but it is still super comfortable. It's still pretty breathable, actually, for being a synthetic, and the print shows up beautifully with button-up shirts, I really prefer silk when I can get them. But this one, super comfortable, wear it all the time. It doesn't get too hot, anything like that. I've had no issues with it. Hoodie-wise, it's interesting because hoodies are the thing that everyone goes thick now. Thick hoodies are not necessarily higher quality. A lot of times they're not. They're using cheaper actual yarn and things like that. You know, the fibers that they're using isn't as high quality. There's so many things that goes into the quality of something, but people typically are looking for thick hoodies. That's what's in right now. So I was surprised that these ones I thought were fairly thin. They still look really nice. The print on the one that I have shows up beautifully. I like it. It gives me a little more versatility. It's still something I can wear here where I live in the summer, you know, during nights when it gets a little cooler. But it is a really nice hoodie still. Mine did have small tears on the pockets after a while. I don't think that that was actually because of the hoodie. I think that that's because of my washing machine. My dryer isn't that good, and I was wearing it a lot and had to clean it a bunch of times. And so I think it was just getting caught on something in there. I've only had one hoodie though, so I can't say for sure. But you know, that is one thing where it's like the thicker material, it will hold better. There's more material there, you know, for the stitching to anchor into. That's why typically I like thicker hoodies, just because I want stuff to last forever. But again, still a very high quality hoodie. The printing that they're doing is really amazing. There's so much detail work going into everything from like the boxes, the packaging, all of this type of stuff. And I feel like everything that they're producing is so unique and so cool. It's definitely, you know, last Christmas, that was like my whole Christmas list was just stuff from there. And I really want to get some of their jackets. There was a suede jacket I wanted to get, but it unfortunately sold out super fast before I could snag one. And, you know, I really think that for the quality compared to the price, this is the best value proposition out there. For me, I don't care how much something costs. I just want it to be good quality, good style for what I'm paying for, and this absolutely does that. I also love the Western themed stuff. I would love to live in the desert and just have a huge piece of land out there. Joshua Tree is one of my favorite places to visit, and so this kind of reminds me of that, being out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, and I absolutely love that. So style-wise, totally something for me, but I've noticed too the last few seasons, they have branched out, create a few more things, so that if you don't just want to buy a horse shirt, there are actually other options. I branched out. I bought one with ducks on it, just one. Not going crazy, still sticking with horse shirts. That has become like my thing. I just do it as like a joke now because I started joking about only buying horse shirts, and then I found a few that I liked. I got this one, I got like a long sleeve from Kith that I'll also make a video about. And so now it's just like my thing, and I have just fully committed to that, and I'm like all horse themed clothing as much as I can. But yeah, definitely recommend you guys check out One of These Days Co. It is one of the coolest brands out there, absolutely amazing. I've just fallen in love with the brand. Everything I bought from them is so amazing. I still have everything. I think my first shirt I bought a year and a half ago, and you know, not really seen any fading, any rips, any tears, any distressing on the print. It's held up over multiple washes. So they're doing some really great stuff. Definitely would put it in probably my top 5 favorite brands out there right now. They're really making some amazing things, so check it out. Let me know if you guys have bought anything from there at all. Leave a like on this video, it really helps other people see this. I think it's super important with so many smaller designers out there that just don't have the marketing budget of some of these bigger companies. And the bigger companies are just oftentimes taking advantage of people. They keep lowering their quality to just make more and more money every time. And I think the people who are really making good product deserve to see the sales too. So hopefully this video helps some people find that brand as well, because I think they deserve to have every collection sell out on its drop day, because their stuff is just so cool. But until next time, guys, I will see you online.